Hi, my name is Alicia Roberts, and I'm here to share my amazing testimony of what God has done for myself and my family. I've been attending TTOR for a little over 14 years now. A few years ago, the Lord planted in my heart that my husband and I should get a home. We wanted to get a home in Brooklyn, but I didn't know if we had the money to buy the home in Brooklyn. In 2022, we had wrote in the goals book that we wanted to get a home in 2023. In 2022, we realized it was like in the middle of 2022 and we didn't have the finances to get the home, and I was like, Lord, I don't know, can we afford a home in Brooklyn for that money? And it so happened it was the month of sacrifice in 2022. I decided to sow a sacrificial seed in faith that God will open up a door for me and show me the direction of what to do. In August of 2022, my friend reached out to me to let me know her relative was selling a home. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what we will be leaving for. I'm like, okay, maybe it's not 2023 we're gonna get a home, it's 2022. So I brought the picture of the home for Pastor Rosalie to pray over. We put in a bid for the home, and the lady ended up taking someone who bid higher. At that point, I was very discouraged and very sad. It so happened my neighbor moved from the apartment opposite to where I lived. And it was a beautiful 2-bedroom apartment. So I shared with my husband, I'm like, babe, God opened up a new door for us, We don't have to, we can just move the furniture across the hallway into the 2-bedroom home. We don't even have to worry about getting a U-Haul truck. And my husband looked at me bewildered, like, Alicia, we've been believing for a home. Like, why would you just get discouraged? There's only one home you look at. And we began to look again. But the only thing is, it was the price. I was like, look at the price range. It's like we couldn't afford the price range. So here am I again wondering, can I be able to afford a home in Brooklyn? I remember reaching out to Deacon Marcus, Brother Marcus, and I told him, I said, Brother Marcus, I saw this beautiful home. I really like it, but the price, I don't think I could afford it. I said, I saw a seed of $152 or $153. That was when Bishop was going back to Israel. And Brother Marcus said to me, Alicia, did you hear what you just said to me? You said that the home has been on the market for 153 days, 152 days. I can't remember exactly. He's like, that's your big catch. That's your big catch. You gotta believe, that's it. Now, all you gotta do now is just wheel in the net. So I decided to go in faith and trust the Lord. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put in the bid. The lady who was selling the house, she took it. She's like, okay, she wants to sell the house to my husband and I. God began to show us where we could get the money from, because I had refused learning the principles that I have learned here in TTOR. I had refused to borrow money from anyone. I said, God, in the Bible said, I'm the head and not the tail, the top and not the bottom, above and not beneath. I am a lender and not a borrower. And I stood by those principles. I didn't want to borrow any money. And God began to show me places that I never knew I had the money, that I was able to have the money for the down payment of the home. However, when it came to the underwriters, they refused to give us the loan. they were finding all kind of excuse not to give us the loan for this home. Everything they were trying to say, the reason why I couldn't get the home, it didn't make any sense. Even the loan officer for Brooklyn, he was like, I don't understand. You guys have good credit. You have the money. I don't understand why they wouldn't give you guys the loan. Again, I'm faced with a stumbling block again, and I had to come back to the altar where I know where to stand and cry out to the Lord. And I begin to pray and I begin to trust God, standing on the principles that I learned here at TTOR. And finally, oh, to God be the glory, finally, that the day before the locked-in rate expired, the day before the contract was expired, the underwriters finally consented and approved me to get the loan. And to God be the glory, we got the keys to our beautiful home in Brooklyn in Jesus' name. And I just want to share this testimony with anyone out there, just letting you guys know that if God do it for me, he can do it for you. Believe, have faith, you know, sow seeds. It works. I sow my sacrificial seed. God opened up a door. I saw that 152 seed and I caught my big fish. Like, I'm telling you guys, God is awesome. And if he can do it for me, he can certainly do it for you.